kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
What's up? 218! Hey, watch the slant. 24! Alert, alert!
On first down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to... And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Get set. 19. 56. Here it comes. Motion, motion, bump, 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 bump. 124. And no timeout. Mike, 56, right there.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
First down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Go, tackle, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I got it. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 29, Watson going for it all. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 29 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter. It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long. And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check line 47. It's been a long day for you. 47. Check.
A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Let's get it to the car. 47.
They'll run on first down. Miller. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Man, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On first down, Watson flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Reset. 19. Watch the pass. I got it. Mike, 36. Line, 36. 24.
Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift. 24.
Throwing again is Watson. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Open man is Michael Thomas. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 68 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Watson on first down, forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
I'm going to run you over. Switch. Put the points down. He's coming.
Now it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike, 36. Let's go.
To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Alert.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Houston.
Mike, 36. Squeeze, double. Alert.
On first down, it's Miller. Demario Davis there on the stop.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Watson, and his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson buying time to his left. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 77 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Opposite. 25, check 25, check 25.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 63 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Watson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Crunch. Check three.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Ready? Y'all are waiting? Get him! Hey,
Now Breeze on 3rd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Crunch time, defense. Slam, to the floor. Out, go.
Operating from the gun. Watson being chased out left. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
What's that? 19. 36. Coming. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Mike, 36. Mike, 31. 36.
Now Watson throwing on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Janoris Jenkins on the play. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30.
From the 35 on second down. Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. From the 50, it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Bravo!
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Brings up 3rd and
36. 36.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Space to maneuver at the 40. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 38, Watson. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 62 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now Breeze.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
0-2.
Back to throw, Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson forced out to his left. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, 40 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to